Welcome back, I'm Dan Morfitt, and it's the final part of the Daily Rundown. Time to look at some of the more unusual stories that have been making the news. Now, I've not seen any of these, so if they are a little bit rubbish, just a little bit, play producer Emmy, it's your fault. It's your fault. Right, our first story is about a wedding guest. A wedding guest has sparked outrage after she revealed she was contacted by the newlyweds to say her gift wasn't generous enough. The unnamed guest posted to a forum on Mumsnet, asking for advice after she was told the £100 cheque she provided wasn't enough. £100 for a wedding gift, and that's not enough. She went on to say that the bride and groom declared, "We were surprised that your contribution didn't seem to match the warmth of your good wishes on the big day."
Yeah.
Wow. That's some cracking entitlement, wouldn't we say?
That's sickening.
Would you ever have the cojones to do that?
That's just it's sickening, isn't it? That goes back to almost like, we were talking about some weeks ago about children's birthday parties, and then having almost like a list,
like a wedding list,
yeah,
but
like
for
a wedding
children's
list
birthday parties.
for children, and then saying if you don't get me this, or can you please get us an iPad and things like that. The idea that people now, like you say, are feeling so entitled that they can actually criticise something that you have given freely, no matter what it is, no matter what the value is, it is the sentiment that counts. The idea that you could possibly then, it makes you wonder whether they chose guests thinking, well, she'll get me this.
I think that's the case.
Maybe, yeah.
They're quite rich, I expect such and such from her. They probably expected, she's probably, I don't know if they're well off, but they clearly expected more.
Whether
the idea
you're well off
that
or not, £100 is a big wedding present.
Yeah, that's not nothing.
No, it's an hour, but it doesn't matter what it is. The idea that they have come to your nuptial celebration, given something freely, and then you tell them that you didn't think it was good enough. How outrageously rude is that?
Yeah.
It's like when I was 5, I always got the same present from my great auntie. It was £5 coins taped with sellotape on a birthday card, and from that £5 is a lot when I was 5. Sadly, when I was 15, I still had £5 sellotaped on the... So I understand the entitlement, because I understand what inflation is. But that story is amazing.
There was something similar not long ago from America, and it was exactly the same situation, actually, where someone the woman who was writing the story was the oldest friend of the bride, basically, who'd kind of fallen on hard times. She wasn't working the best sort of job, and so I said, listen, I'll come to your wedding, but I can't contribute very much. I can attend, and I would love to attend, because you're my friend. You're my best friend, and I want to see your happy day and your special day, and I want to share that with you, but I can't get you a big lavish gift. I can't buy you a Mercedes, sort of thing. So they went to the wedding, and it was assumed to all be okay, but then afterwards she got this really nasty letter from the bride saying much the same thing: your contribution didn't match the one. So she responded with another letter saying, okay, here's a better gift for you then, and this is us done. And she sent her a penny. So I thought...
Ooh, burn. I think
apply some cold water.
Yeah.
Cold water.
Right, the next wedding I'm going to...
I'm just not going to bother.
No.
I don't want people accusing me of not being warm enough.
Well,
I don't even believe in this ceremony anyway.
And it's like
Why did you invite me?
It's almost and rebuking them for it, and it's almost to say that that's the measure of that person, Oh, we expected more from you. This doesn't match. You said you felt warmly about it.
The next wedding I'm going to ask if they take contactless. Right, so let's look at our next story now. A headmaster has come under fire after claiming that fantasy books like Harry Potter cause mental illness. He's urged his pupils not to read Lord of the Rings either, The Hunger Games, and any Terry Pratchett books because they encourage difficult behaviour. Instead, he wants them to read books by authors such as Wordsworth, Keats, Shelley and Shakespeare. This is weird. He wants people to read the works of Wordsworth, Keats and Shelley, who were massive opium extravaganzas. They just loved it. And he wants people to read Shakespeare, who probably totes, as opposed to people like Terry Pratchett, who created Discworld and a wonderful world that is. Harry Potter, which appropriates basically every hero myth from the last 800 years of literature. this is weird. This is just like those people that said reading books is satanic and playing video games.
That's exactly
It's prejudice, isn't it? It's prejudice, narrow-mindedness.
I don't think it's prejudice. I think it's just. I think he's got mental health issues.
Well, it's a case. I do think it is prejudice actually, because he's obviously given himself the airs and graces of I'm a headmaster, I know best, and I think, because I've got no imagination whatsoever, that kids shouldn't read these books. And it's not because they induce difficult behaviour. It's because the kids then ask him difficult questions.
The main worry about this though is the last person that I know who read some Byron, Shelley, and Keats and said it over a hip-hop beat was Natasha Bedingfield with these words, and that is one of the most heinous musical songs I think of the last 25 years.
You did just quote it though,
yes.
So, you know, giving it the oxygen of publicity there.
I might even do Daniel Bedingfield, got to get through this, you never know.
Oh, please don't.
Right, let's look at our next story now. The National Museum of New Zealand, kia ora, is trying to name a new species of fish. Can you guess what the name that is currently trending for this?
David Attenborough?
I was getting fishy McFish face,
Yeah.
Who's good with Latin? Because if you can read the genus, that's Acanthoclinus, fishy McFish face.
Yeah. I mean,
What started as a nice joke is getting a little bit
Annoying.
tired, annoying now.
The whole thing with the Antarctic ship, though, like, it's $1 million research vessel which is going to be kind of flying the flag of British science in the Antarctic for 20 odd years. You don't want to call it Boaty McBoatface. It's too big to be a boat. It's a ship.
Shippy
McShipface or nothing, frankly.
Thankfully, you said ship face.
Right?
Yes, I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Kudos for that.
Not had that much to drink.
I'm a bit disappointed, actually, Emmy. I thought we were going to see a picture of the fish because I would have just named it Kevin.
Yeah.
Kevin's a perfect name for a fish.
Kevin's a perfect name for anything, like a comet, for example. So, you know,
Comet Kevin.
Comet Kevin, yeah.
Right, let's look at our next story now. It's National Limerick Day today, but it's also National Nurses Day. So those great people at NHS England South tweeted this. Today is Nurses Day, a day to say hooray to nurses all over the land who give a helping hand. We're thankful in every way. That's rubbish. That's not even a limerick. That's just...
It doesn't match, no.
That's like poetry in non-motion.
See, the only limericks I can remember are actually kind of scary. Like...
Is it clean?
Yeah, no, it's clean.
Okay.
It starts off badly, but it's okay. So each night, Father fills me with dread when he sits on the end of my bed. I'd not mind that he speaks in but gibbers and squeaks, but for 17 years he's been dead. So, you know,
You're like a slightly gothic Pamaz. So have you got a limerick?
Sorry, no. As you were saying that, I was thinking, racking my brains trying to remember them, and I was thinking, oh, you see, that's something we don't do anymore.
No more limericks. Right, let's go on to our last story. Finally, the red postbox is an iconic symbol of Britain, featured on many a souvenir in London tap shops. But some people have noticed something peculiar happening to their postboxes, and this is why. Let's have a look at this. Now, I know why this is, before reading the rest of this. Rumours were that it was raising awareness for something, but do you have any idea why it's pink?
No, I don't.
Is it not raising money for something?
No.
Is it just a kind of, not exactly honest mistake, but a kind of...
I will tell you, because this is happening actually around where I live.
Okay.
It's actually primer that's used on the pillow boxes before they're given a fresh coat of paint. Because without that primer, the paint would look jaded and wouldn't look lovely and
glossy,
And
vibrant.
postbox red.
Yes.
It would not be that colour. So they have to do this prior to doing
Yeah.
So has this attracted complaints then in your neck of the woods?
No, it's actually quite nice that the post boxes are actually getting renewed. And they're even repainting the gold post boxes that were done for the Olympics.
Yes.
So
With
all
the
in
same
all,
pink primer.
no, I think it's like a darker green primer.
Oh,
Just
okay.
so the next coat pops. Oh, I love a good Pantone. I really do love a good Pantone.
But isn't that a shampoo?
No, that's Pantene.
Okay. See, I was thinking of trying to sort of metal up shampoo names, and all I thought of was Pantera Pro V, but I don't think.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
Right, let's wrap it up because all this primer has got me hot under the collar, wanting to go to a paint shop. Time to wrap up the Daily Rundown for now. Thanks to my guest this evening, Ayesa Toure, thank you so much, and Ashleigh Talbot as well, and Suzanne from Headway UK. I'm Dan Morfitt, and from everybody here at the Daily Rundown, have a great weekend.